Hi, everybody. Welcome to the platform. I'm your host, Velma Alderson, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. As always, I ask you to do one thing for me, and that's to go down there and hit that subscribe button. If you are a return viewer, welcome back. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, then welcome, and I hope that you will continue to tune in. Today, I just want to talk about something that, oh my gosh, this is a really big topic, but I'm going to break it down into little chunks because all of my videos run between 15 and 17 minutes. So today is not going to be an exception. But the thing that I want to talk about is dreams. Our dreams, our ambitions, the goals that we set for our life. Somewhere along the line, as we mature, something starts to happen to us. Something starts to happen to our dreams. And those dreams start to die. They start to fade away. We start to make excuses as to why we can no longer do that or why that no longer makes sense. And what I have found out is that the reason why most of our dreams die is because we share them with the wrong people. Some people are dream killers. And when you have a dream, when you have a goal that you have set for yourself and you are all excited and you're ready to see that goal grow and you're ready to start walking in that purpose that you know God has chosen for you to walk in, we get excited. And in our excitement, we want to share that dream. We want to share our excitement with everyone. And that's not always the thing to do, because you have to be careful where you allow your dream to take root. If you allow your dream to take root in a negative atmosphere, then your dream will die. You have to plant your dream in positive soil. You have to plant your dream in a place where it can be nurtured and protected. Everyone is not going to be happy for you. Everyone is not going to celebrate with you. Some people come to look, some people come to help. Every time someone shows up, they're not always there to support you. Some people are there to see you fail. So we have to be mindful, but that you can't share everything that you're doing with everybody just because you're excited. You have to realize that your dream is just that, your dream. And you have to protect it, you have to nurture it, and you have to make sure that you protect it from people who will take what God has given you and distort it. You ever have something in your mind that you want to do? And I know for me, I'm going to use myself as an example. I will come up with an idea, something that I am just excited about, just geeked up about, and I start making plans. And I'm real old school, so I'll get my notebook and I'll start writing out the plan for it, how I want it to look, what I want to do, who's going to be involved, all of this information. I'll start writing it down, and I'm just as excited and geeked up. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this thing. And as soon as I get finished and I take a step back and I look at it, that little voice starts talking. Well, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if no one comes? What if people think it's stupid? What if people talk about it? What if you lose your money? All those doubts start creeping in from my own mind. And then sometimes when I go outside to try to get encouragement, the people that I go to are just as negative as the same thoughts that I have. And people are very quick to share with you all of the worst possible scenarios of what can happen. You tell them you're trying to start your own business. Girl, my sister tried to start her own business and lost everything she had. You tell them you're trying to buy a new house. You don't want to buy a house right now. The market's about to crash. You will pay all that money for that house and it won't be worth anything. You're trying to get a promotion. Girl, you're going to be working 80 hours a week and for that little bitty money, you need to just stay where you are. There are always going to be people speaking negative into your situation. You may be the only one on your side. You may have to motivate yourself. You may be your only cheerleader. That's why when you have an ambition, when you have a goal, you have to protect it from people whose motive is to see you just like they are. Disgusted, depressed, anxious, all the negative things you could think of. They are reflecting their failure onto you. They are reflecting their fear onto you. They don't want to step out. They have dreams too. They have ambitions and things that they want to do, but fear has held them in place. And they can deal with you as long as you guys are both struggling, as long as you're both going through it. You know, you have some people that will call you and check on you when everything is going bad. They want to call you and make sure that your marriage is still tore up, that you still unemployed, you still credit score still 302. They'll call and check on you to make sure that all those things are still going on. But when they start calling you and you start telling them, you know, me and my wife, me and my husband, we're getting along better. You know what? I've been working and building my credit. I've gotten it up to about, 680 and it's looking good. I'm paying some things off. Those phone calls from those negative people, those dream killers, they're going to become less and less because you have less and less in common. See, the thing is, you cannot be on God's path and on man's schedule at the same time. You have to decide which one you're going to do because God has a path for you to follow. Man has a schedule for you to keep. And when you try to fit God's plan into man's schedule, you're going to always be off track. So you have to realize that what God has planned for you is set to his schedule. So don't look and say, oh, I'm 40 years old. I should have already had my degree by now. I'm 35. I should have been married and had at least 2 kids by now. That's not God's schedule. That was maybe your plan. We need to learn the difference between the two. We need to understand that your dream, your goal, your gift, your talent are the things that were placed in your heart by God. He knows the perfect timing. He knows the perfect time. But be careful. Don't take your dream and plant it in negative soil and expect to reap the harvest that God promised, because you won't. You have to plant it in soil that is rich, that is fertile, and then you will reap the harvest that God has promised you that you will reap. Your gift and your talent will make way for your blessing. When you're doing what God has ordained for you to do, you won't have to worry about all of those other things, money, all of those things. Those things will come automatically because you are walking in God's favor. I had a conversation with my husband today, and he reminded me of that because I was torn between continuing to do what I want to do, which is speaking and writing, or maybe, I need to just try to find a job, or maybe there's something else that I need to be doing. And he had to remind me that as long as I am doing what God has called me to do, my talent and my gift will make a way for my blessing. And I knew that, but I needed to hear it. And it was just confirmation for what God had already said. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're trying to write your own book, trying to write your own movie, start your own business, your own clothing line, whatever it is that you're trying to do, remember, don't share your dream with dream killers. Protect that dream and make sure that you deposit it in positive soil so you will reap a positive harvest. Thank you for tuning into the platform. You have an awesome day. Be blessed.